audience, you know, after a year. So but that's money.
Tonight, almost live and nearly from Hollywood, it's America Tonight. 30 minutes of big-time TV on the UBS network. Located on the UBS Broadcasting Mall in Alta Coma, California, the unfinished furniture capital of the world. With Teresa Gomez and the Foot Brothers. And we don't have time for both of them. Maharishi Mahesh Mangapore, who talks to your stomach. And Lou Moffitt, a man who knows his dollars from his donuts. With the music of Happy Kind and the Mirth Makers. And me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. Hi, everybody. And now here's your host, the coast of the coast, Mr. Barth Gimble.
Thank you. Good evening, and welcome to America Tonight. I'm Barth Gimble, and you know, we've been on the air now long enough to, well, to have received a ton of mail. We haven't. Now, the only reason I can figure that we haven't is that the post office system in this country leaves an awful lot to be desired in the prompt delivery department. Commemorative stamps, no argument for me. They do a bang-up job. In fact, that 50-cent one of George Washington as a young surveyor, collector's item. Literally. But I personally know of at least three parties this past Christmas that I could have attended simply because I didn't, because I never got the invitations. Now, even though the host swore up and down to me that invites had indeed been mailed to me, you might think, oh, okay, you know, party schmarty. What's this jerk complaining about? He probably grosses more in a week than I see in 2, and you're right. After taxes, it's back down. But you're saying, hey, how come he's beefing about missing some parties? Well, if you watch Rona Barrett or Dick Strout or any of those people, you know that a lot of big Hollywood deals go down at those parties. So I'm only pointing out that bad mail service has probably cost me somewhere in the high 3 figures already this year, okay? Anyway, I didn't want to get into a whole rap thing here. I try to keep politics off the show. I think there's a place on television for that kind of thing, which is, of course, Sunday morning on PBS. Now, but not now, when people are tuning in to see the best in off-the-cuff entertainment, much of which, incidentally, is also on the cuff, as it turns out, and we're very grateful to those fine people who contribute their scale fees to the UBS Foundation. In any case, one last word about this mail thing. I'd rather get mail delivered by Lockheed than have to ride in a plane built by the post office. Think about that. Well, I said to think about it for a whole minute. That's probably enough. I'm sure you thought about it. Okay, actually, all this was going to lead up to reading some letters, if we had any, but I've already filled the time, so here's Jerry. Jerry Hubbard. You never get sick. You're always here.
Well,
that's amazing. All those flus go around and just go right over your head.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Now, don't jinx me.
You ever get any mail, Jerry?
Yes, I do, yeah. Most of it written in pencil, I understand. I don't know why that is. And it smudges, so it's hard to keep long.
Well, you know, one good thing you bring up about having it written in pencil, that's not the worst idea, because a lot of times we'll get on our birthdays, which we try to make common knowledge and things like that. We'll get these lovely little cards, some of them, well, damned expensive, 50 cent and 75 cent cards. You go and ruin it when you sign it in ink, because it cannot be reused, and we generally like to package them up and send them off to some charity organization. And if you could do those in pencil lightly, in fact, we'd appreciate that. Okay?
Well, that comes from paper, and paper comes from trees, and that doesn't grow on... Oh, yes, it does. But the more you use, the fewer there are.
Oh, you were real close to a point there. Maybe tomorrow night we can get to it. Listen. You know, we're constantly auditioning people for our show. A lot of these, of course, are young girls, and some others are simply very talented people. There's no way to put all these great acts on one at a time. We'd have to be on morning, noon, and night, and Lord knows it's hard enough to just be on when we are. So, the America Tonight Creative Brain Trust, and that, of course, is myself, because around here it's the only brain you can trust, right, Joe? Just teasing. Anyway, I came up with a new segment, which we're going to call Share the Stage.
You can't share your nose, you can't share your age, but on America Tonight, you can share the stage.
Thank you, Happy. Thank you. Now, tonight on Share the Stage, we did something unique. As I say, we're trying to get as many people on as we can. I found some talent, and Jerry found some talent. We have them both here. First of all is a young lady I found down at a Chinese restaurant here who was doing a heck of a job between the meals. Nice young lady. She's going to be singing for us. Her name is Teresa Gomez. And Jerry, you...
And I found a couple of young fellows who dance, and coincidentally enough, they're called the Foot Brothers, and I hope they don't fail me tonight because I think they're a dynamite act.
Okay, here they are. Hit it, Hap.
Ringing in the little valley town, and the song that they were singing was for baby Jimmy Brown. And the little congregation prayed for guidance from above. Lead us not into temptation, bless us our meditation, guided with eternal love. All the chapel bells are ringing, the was light, for the song that they were singing was for Jimmy and his boy.
It's amazing. They never met before this evening. Isn't that incredible?
They never met? You mean the boys?
No. The two acts.
I know, and I'm proud they didn't let me down.
So, you can share the couch, you shared the stage, you share the microphone. Let me ask you...
when did you fellas start?
How long have you been
You're not that old, are you?
About 3 years.
About 3 years?
Where did you start? Was it in the family?
You're the oldest, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
Did you teach him
I started off
how to dance?
And from your...
He teach me how to dance. He taught me how to dance.
Oh, you're a lot of tuxedos. I bet if you keep growing, you're going to get new tuxedos.
Next time we're gonna do pattern.
Maybe you should go first, and I'll go second.
Okay. The Foot Boys, the Foot Brothers, as I say, and you're terrific. You've been dancing how long together?
We've been dancing 3 years.
My gosh. And that Foot Brothers, is that spelled with an E? Foot?
No, that's with 1 F, 2 O's, and a T. But in the act, I'm left foot, and he's right foot.
Okay, I knew that.
Of course, you couldn't have 2 left feet in your act. Actually, I saw your acting as possible. Listen, Teresa, it's your turn. I'd like you to make this quick. Is Gomez your real name?
Well, actually, it's my stage name. I just married my husband. His name was, Gomez, and I thought it was a good stage name.
What was the act called?
It was called Gomez and Gomez.
And you were?
I was Gomez.
Okay. Great place to break away. We'll be right back after these words with even more talent, okay? Right on. He's a pro, and you will be too when you grow up. In recent years, the American public has been preoccupied with losing weight. Our next guest has yet another new weight loss plan, which I'm sure we'll probably find fascinating. Please welcome the Maharishi Mahesh Mangapore. Thank you. New dress? Just teasing. Listen, Maharishi, it's nice to have you here. I must say I was a little surprised, and I think Jerry was too, to hear that a man like you yourself would have a weight loss plan. You generally don't think too much about Indians having a dieting problem.
That's right. You very seldom see an overweight Indian. Take, for instance, someone like Cher or Wayne Newton. There's not an ounce of fat on him. With the possible exception of Wayne Newton, but I don't think he's 100% Indian, so probably the part of him that's not Indian has the fat, and the rest is his name.
You're going to have to pardon my friend Jerry here. He went on a diet and lost his mind. Maharishi, how can you help Americans lose weight?
My people give you the self-help techniques of yoga and transcendental meditation.
Right.
Now we are sharing our ancient weight loss methods as practiced in India for many years.
There, you hear that, Jerry? Now, he's talking about India, not the Indians you're talking about, not Ed Ames.
Okay, yeah. Well, with all due respect, Maharishi, I don't believe most Americans will go along with this diet plan of yours. I think they feel, as I do, that most of your people go a little bit too far in losing weight. For instance, I understand that many of your people will starve themselves for months on end, and they won't eat anything at all, especially a cow.
You finished, Jerry?
Yes. I've said my piece.
Maharishi,
have you ever considered mixing a little exercise in with this diet? I know what you're going to say. You never see a fat Pakistani, right? But you also never see one playing the National Football League. And when's the last time you saw a group of Indians jogging, huh? Okay, if starvation is their way of life, live and let live. That's what I say. But as for me, I think it's just a fad. They're going to drop like a hot potato as quick as they picked it up. Live and let live is what I say. Besides, they're all probably still mad at General Custer.
Jerry, look. Maharishi, what exactly is your plan?
Everything is explained in my self-help weight loss book entitled I'm Okay, You're Fat.
Can you see that? Do we have that there? Glare at all? Are we strobing? There it is. I'm okay, you're fat. That's fantastic. And it's spelled right, too. That's great.
We have discovered that one can chant one's fat away.
Now, wait a minute. You're saying you can get rid of fat by chanting. Well, that would increase your willpower. Sure. Okay, let's say, this is really blue skying, but let's say I, Barth Gimble, we're not the slim, muscle-toned man of the 70s that I am, and, how would I start your program? Let's say I wanted to for some screwball reason.
You must first admit your obesity.
Okay, I do.
Recognize the fact that you give new meaning to the word humongous. Then you will be ready for a private meeting with me.
Okay.
And I will assign you your weight loss mantra. This is a phrase you will repeat for 10 minutes before each meal.
A weight loss mantra. Well, now what would my mantra be? Would it...
Maybe something like, go fat, get away, get away. Go fat, get away, get away. Another one is, boo, stretch marks, boo, stretch marks.
He sounds a little like Harry Belafonte when he's... So another title for the book would be Take a Chance, Make Some Chance.
Look at some of these pictures, Jerry.
I like the before and after ones.
Do this in the presence of some desirable food.
Oh, I see. Okay, so now you've got me, I'm sitting cross-legged in front of the refrigerator, kind of chanting and talking to a corned beef sandwich. Now, how do I know this really works? For instance, yourself, were you ever a fat person?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Oh, my goodness, gosh, golly.
I even tried diet pills. But they used to get me really wired and kicked out.
That'll happen. So you've made, at this point, you've made a religion out of trying to look good, which is exactly what so many people in this country do, as I understand it.
We can chant the blemishes of your face. We can chant your teeth straight. Right. We can even chant hair back on a bald head.
I think I know who we're talking about here. For the people who are interested, any tub or tubette out there can expect to drop a few simply by picking up this book, I'm Okay, You're Fat, and then you can come and attend one of your classes. Is that right?
That's right, Barth. Desire is the key, chanting is the tool, $35 a pop is the ticket.
That's not bad. All right, thank you very much. And, Jerry, I noticed you were looking at the pictures and yet still doing it aloud. A lot of people have even learned to read to themselves, but you can't even look at pictures to yourself.
I was just commenting.
We're going to break to a commercial, and you can read some of those pictures aloud if you
what
like.
I was saying...
Okay, we'll be right back after these words. Stay with us. is on the show as a public service to you, the consumer, really. He's a freelance troubleshooter, always on the lookout for possible consumer frauds. You've worked in Florida, he's worked in Ohio, and lately, he's worked in California. So please welcome Mr. Lou Moffitt. Lou, it's an affordable pleasure having you here. I really enjoy it. Tell me, are there many consumer rip-offs here in California?
It's appalling, Barth, how many there are. You know, you expect to find consumer fraud in the oil business.
Sure.
The automobile industry,
Right.
goes without saying,
Yeah.
but never in the music business.
You mean to tell me there are phonies in the music business?
Sleazy operators who claim they will put music to your lyrics.
Oh, now, there must be some kind of law or something to protect the consumer. I would imagine you, as a consumer advisor, try to keep up with those laws, huh?
Not only keep up with the law, Barth, I try to stay one step ahead.
Okay. Well, is there, that makes sense. Is there an honest music service that you could recommend heartily for songwriters here in California?
There is one, Barth, that I can recommend with my seldom given AAA recommendation, and that is, of course, the Hollywood Academy of Hits.
Okay, well, the public has a right to know, and they're all yours. Go for the
Thank
throat.
you. I'll take them.
Okay.
Right. Good. You know, I know a lot of you folks out there, in here, everywhere, are saying to yourself, gee, you have to be a regular poet to write lyrics to a song. Well, listen, friends, nothing could be further from the truth. Why, have you ever looked up on a cloudy day and said to yourself, gee, don't know why there's no sun up in the sky? Hey, listen to that, sure. The opening lines from the immortal Stormy Weather, and you were that close, golly, if you only had some music, huh? Or perhaps you've said to that certain someone you've been living with for 30 years, I don't know why I love you like I do. Hey, look at that. You're writing lyrics already. How about that? You see, friend, millions of dollars are paid every year for lyrics like, raindrops are falling on my head, and just like a guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Imagine anyone paying good money for junk like that, huh? Sure. Well, let me explain the music business today, friends. You see, you got some words, you got some music. You put them together, what do you get? You get a song. You get a record, you get a hit, you get $1 million. It's as easy as that. You see, let me give you the insider information, friends. Suppose you're sitting in some bar having a drink, and who isn't these days, huh, friends? Sure. And somebody comes in and presses B16 on the jukebox. What do you hear? You hear music recorded by musicians and singers. Now, the musicians didn't write those words. The singers didn't write those words. Who's writing all those words? The songwriter, friends, and that's where you come in. You see, friends, all over America today, big record companies need lyrics, and they need them right now. Musicians are standing by waiting for lyrics at this moment. Why, this could be a typical scene in any recording studio in California.
Hey, man, this music is hot. Let us record it.
Hey, man, we haven't got any words for it.
No lyrics, man? Darn. This could have been a surefire hit, man, and made a lot of bread.
Gee, man, where are all the songwriters today?
Hey, did you hear that? Sure. That's the sound of opportunity knocking. Sure. So if you're within the sound of my voice, get a pencil and a piece of paper, write down your lyrics. Write them down on an envelope, on the side of an air sickness bag, on a paper napkin, anything at all, friends, and thrill to the professional Hollywood treatment given to your lyrics, just like Mr. R.J. of Pocatello, Wisconsin, who's written a song here that goes something like this. I wish I had a girl like my dog. One who'd be a pal like my dog. I'd sure give the world just to have a girl like my ever-loving, tail-wagging, face-licking, tire-sniffing pal. That's my dog. Hey. That's a chart buster for sure, isn't it? Sure enough. Yes, friends, imagine the thrill you'll have sitting ringside in Las Vegas listening to Frank Sinatra sing another of his depressing hit songs with your lyrics. And imagine the thrill, perhaps, of getting a long-distance phone call from Don Kirshner. Perhaps even someday shaking his hand. Hey, an impossible dream, friends? Well, not in America, but only if you act now. So right now, send $50 today and your lyrics to Hollywood Academy of Hits, P.O. Box 78924, City of Merchandise, California. Thank you.
A division of Gimble Enterprises West.
Thank the Lord there's someone that's watching out for us and someone who cares. We'll be right back after these words. Thank you, Hap. That's about all the time we have. I want to thank Happy Kind, the Mirth Makers, for a wonderful job tonight. How about it? They certainly put new meaning in the word professional, and we appreciate having them around. Also, Teresa Gomez you'll still be down at the Wonton Chinese restaurant here in Alta Coma, right? And where they carry out a lot more than just food. Also, the Foot Brothers, wonderful having you. Maharishi, I feel thinner already. What can you say? Well, not much. We don't have any time. Lou, thank you very much for being here. Looks like you did all right. Yeah, we'll talk later. Okay, Jerry Hubbard also attended. Good night.
Some members of our studio audience will receive the following: classic curves from Dittos, the Feel the Fit Company, pants to make every woman feel beautiful, in sizes 3 to 13 and 8 to 18, and a $25 gift certificate from Lillian Vernon's catalog, jewelry, gifts, decor, personalized items, and things from practical to whimsical. And from Rival, makers of the crock pot slow cooker, here's the new crock plate stoneware fast cooker. Does the work of 10 appliances better. Furnished by Rival.
Tonight at 11, it's Monty Python's Flying Circus. Join Pither on tour in Cornwall and Mr. Gulliver as he makes a special study of accidents involving food. And next, our feature, Omar Khayyam.
Sumanth as the Maharishi Mahesh Mangapore, and Lou Felder as Lou Moffitt.